Praise the Lord, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today's episode of A Bit of Encouragement is going to be based on the scriptures Proverbs 16 and 18, and it says, pride goeth before the fall, and the haughty pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before the fall. So I just come to encourage you today just to stay humble and never allow yourself to become too prideful, because today there are a lot of proud people out there, and God had given them a position, and now as though because they feel like they're in this high position that they can do all things through themselves, who strengthens themselves. They no longer believe that they need God, and that's not true. We always need to remember that we're only in this position because of God, and the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. So we can never let ourselves become too prideful and put ourselves too high up on a pedestal to where as though we believe that we don't need God, because God can put us in a position and he can take it away. God can raise up and he can take down, and he has done it to preachers who have gotten too high, and put themselves on a pedestal. It is not even just preachers. Sometimes it's just saints, just brothers and sisters, just they're putting themselves up there too high, and they're being too prideful, and God has to take down, because God hates the pride. God hates a prideful look. Everybody in the church is replaceable. God has no respect of persons. So if you get too prideful, then God has somebody out there to replace you. So never let yourself get too prideful. Always just to stay humble and know that you're no better than anybody else, because we are all equal in the sight of God. God doesn't love one more than he loves the other. God loves all his church equally. So never allow yourself to be too prideful and to get too high up there to where so God has to put you back in your place where you belong. Verse 19 says, better it is to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. So Jesus Christ loves us to be humble. It is better to be humble, because you will get so much farther in life being humble, not just in the church but also in the natural world. Just being humble will always get you farther in life. Just putting others first, just putting others first, and just thinking about their well-being rather than your own, and just trying to worry about yourself and not care about nobody else. No, that's not how the love of Christ is. The love of Christ cares for everybody else, so that's how we should be. We should have love for everyone else, and not just try to make ourselves better than anybody else, because we're no better. We came from a place of sin as well, so we shouldn't look upon the sinner man as somebody less low and somebody that you don't want to associate with because they're in sin, because we were once in sin ourselves. So don't make yourself so prideful, because God hates pride. God's not going to use you if you're walking around thinking you know more than God or that you're better than God. God cannot use a proud person, but he can use a humble person to a great extent. A humble person can build, but a prideful person will tear down. So just remember to always stay humble so that you can help build God's kingdom and not destroy it.